New developments today in a tragic hot car death of a toddler south of the valley. That death has led to first-degree murder charges against the girl's father. The Marana Police Department released body cam video from the day this happened. 12 News journalist Jonathan McCall live in the newsroom with footage. And I gotta say, Jonathan, this is tough to watch.
Yeah, Troy, you and I both dads. Has to be a gut punch for any parent having to watch this. For weeks, investigators sifting through conflicting facts in this case. The father now charged with murder this afternoon. We're seeing his reaction for the first time from that day. Through blurred footage, for the first time, we're watching as Marana police and first responders arrived to the home of Christopher Schultz back on July 9th. Schultz now charged with first-degree murder and child abuse after his 2-year-old daughter died inside of a hot car.
My car's been on. She was left in the car half an hour, 45 minutes, but it was said it was on. Was the air conditioning on? Yes.
But I guess it turned off, right?
Throughout the video, the officer following Schultz, he's seen pacing around his house, grabbing his face, and asking for updates on his daughter.
Anything? Anything?
Marana police say that little girl in that car for 3 long hours before she was finally found. The outside temperature that day, 109 degrees. Schultz expected to be back in court next month. Troy, we'll send it back to you.
Jonathan, thank you. Let's take a legal deep dive into this case now. Joining me is criminal defense attorney Hector Diaz with Diaz Law. Hector, so first-degree murder seems like a very aggressive charge in this case. Obviously, the father in the wrong here, leaving the child in the car.
Absolutely.
But premeditated first-degree murder.
So it is, when you first think of first-degree murder, you think of, the premeditation. Here, though, I believe that the county attorney who has the responsibility of charging this in Pima County looked at this and likely said, this is also felony murder. That's a different statute. It allows first-degree murder to be charged where a person commits or causes the death of another person in the commission of committing another felony.
And this was child abuse in this
Right.
case. So he was committing child abuse and caused the death.
That's it. That's it. And I think there's also other evidence that the county attorney has probably, investigated here that maybe he has done this before and that there have been prior instances where he has engaged in this kind of activity. And
yeah, well, interesting up here in the valley, because we've seen cases before, and not hot car deaths, but even like drowning deaths.
Right.
Sometimes they're charged, the parents, with this, a bathtub, something like that, right. And sometimes they're not.
And it comes down to the evidence. It comes down to whether or not there, are we talking negligence? Are we talking where, again, there's a pattern of this kind of behavior that maybe there was other evidence of child abuse there where it just, it comes down to a case-by-case basis. Here, though, I think that the county attorney looked at this and said, in addition to the evidence that we had, this had happened over. This had been something he'd been warned about. And this is something that he was just cavalier about, leaving the child in the car to go play video games and to engage in this. Now, again, innocent until proven guilty, and we want to be very careful about that. But this is the kind of case that, I'm still surprised that it was first-degree murder. I think early on, the evidence that came out here was that he was charged or accused of second-degree murder. We could see later as this case moves forward that, it's a case that's going to maybe they'll
plead it down,
plead it down to
again,
something else.
All right, Hector, thank you. We got a couple other cases we're going to discuss with you in this show, so we'll see you in just a few minutes. Appreciate it.